RadioOnFire.com, where social networks meet talk radio. I am Diamond K. I am joined by my man Tigger. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, sir?
All right, so we're going to have a series of conversations, and I do want to start it by saying some people are not going to like the things that we say. But, you know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But, of course, before we get things going, definitely, Radio on Fire is your home for the hottest news, entertainment, and sports. And make sure that you check us out. Broadcasts are available across various digital platforms. So with that being said, we were talking off camera about women and black women specifically. Let's bring the listeners in a little bit with what we were talking about.
My question is, why y'all so mad? I mean, I don't get it. It's nothing against you guys or anything like that, but a lot of you ladies walk around with attitudes and just purely for nothing. A man can come talk to you, give you a compliment, like you're just upset. So my thing is, I'm just trying to get an understanding as to what's going on with our black women nowadays. And I don't want to lose faith in you guys because I love my black women to death. It's nothing like y'all ever. But, you know, it's the attitudes. You know, I need to get an understanding as to why. I think that's what I have for now.
Well, I mean, like, so when you say the attitudes, you mean from the standpoint of evil for no reason? I mean, it could be a reason.
And that's what I'm trying to get an understanding of. But the thing is, all of them can't be all mad all the time. I mean,
so you're saying like all single mothers?
It could be a possibility of single mothers, but some women you don't see with kids, and they still have an attitude. You know, I mean, you can go to your local mall, and you can open the door for a woman.
Yeah.
She don't even say thank you. You know, you can give a woman a compliment, and the first thing she say is she got a boyfriend. You know, with her attitude, like you're trying to holler at her. I mean, you know, it boils down to, you know, there's some good men out here that are just trying to basically compliment a woman. And that right there, when you're saying something to a woman and she gives you an attitude, that kind of makes you want to shy away from them. But then when we go to different cultures, let's say, for instance, our Latina sisters or white sisters, y'all mad at us because we left y'all alone.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if we can fix the problems, you know, we can stay with our black women. We wouldn't stray away. You know, that's how I kind of look at it. You know, not to be controversial or anything like that, but, you know, if we can fix these problems and we can talk to each other, we can get an understanding as to what's going on.
Now, women, a lot of black women will be upset with those statements.
Right.
Now, of course, somebody like you, somebody like me, who's not going to disrespect the girl, you know, there's a lot of guys out there that is just disrespectful.
Right.
So some of the women are just fed up and they don't know you're not one of those type of guys. So they just automatically got the mean face on. They just ready.
Right.
At the drop of a dime.
Which is true. I mean, you should stay on point with things.
Yeah.
But it also boils down to approach. You know what I mean? If I ain't calling you a bitch, a shorty, a this, a that, you know, if I'm saying, sweetheart, you look very nice today. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, like, and then that kind of just puts it to a point where as though you in your mind, you didn't call her 10 bitches. She didn't say thank you with the mean face. You didn't call her 10 names that fast. But your intent wasn't to do that. Your intent was just purely just to speak to her, to let her know that she looks good. Sometimes women need to know that they look good. You know, they put on this, that, and the third. You know, they look nice. And sometimes we just want to compliment you. That's it. We don't want nothing from you. We don't want your number. We might have a woman at home.
Right.
But, you know, we compliment. We're supposed to compliment each other. You know, we make the world a nice, easy place to live in if we're nice towards each other. Simple as that. But, like, you know, go back to your point of them. Yeah, sometimes you got to stay on point, especially it depends on what area you in. You know,
right.
West Baltimore, yeah, you know, over by Mall, Diamond Mall, I understand. You know, you got to stay on point because you'll get called a bitch within 10 seconds. You know, especially if you're not being receptive to these disrespectful dudes out here. Because it's a lot
That's
of
true.
You know, and I understand. But at the same time, you know, you wake up in the morning and you got an attitude. You know, that's kind of where I get thrown for a loop. Like, you done woke up mad. Like, you always on the wrong side of the bed. Come on, come to the right side. At some point in time.
So you're speaking from experience. How do you handle the woman with the attitude when you're just trying to compliment her?
Well, I mean, you make it short and sweet. If, because you can tell from a person's body language, their demeanor, if you see her, sweetheart, you look very nice. Thank you. You just keep the party moving. Don't, me, that's just me. I'm not going to go back to say anything more because she already has an attitude. So if I'm coming back with something else, and trying to say something more, that's just going to cause a whole big conversation between me and her that not even need to be said, because the conversation that I was only trying to give her was only 5 seconds by saying that she looks nice. So now we done gone to a whole nother plateau. Because of the fact is, I didn't say something more like I was only trying to give you a compliment. Then she comes back with something. And then, we got to be on our shit. So it's like, I'm going to say something back to you because you giving me your attitude. So, I just keep it short and sweet. Give the compliment, keep the party moving. And
have you ever turned that negative situation into one that became positive later?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can... It depends on how it is. Now, if you see somebody and, you give them the compliment, they give you the attitude, and then you see them later on, it all depends on your personality, because the personality that I have is, I could be like, why you give me that attitude earlier? You know what I'm saying? Just messing with her and, getting them to open up. And then you never know what can, blossom from that. Not necessarily trying to look for a relationship, but, we can make friends, and it's nothing wrong with having friends or anything like that. But it's all in how you talk to people. You got to get them to open up to you and let them know that you're not a threat.
Right,
yeah,
right.
So,
that's important.
Yeah.
That's important. So have you experienced that with white women or Spanish women?
I don't know how to talk to white women. So
wait. So you've never been with a white girl before?
No.
See me? I've been with five white girls. Five.
Okay.
Now, not at the same time, obviously, but almost. But it didn't work out.
Foursomes are whack. I tried it. They kind of
foursome.
Foursome.
Yeah. So white girls, generally speaking, are easier to dominate.
Okay.
Or get to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. And I think that black women kind of get off on being resistant.
Right.
Whatever the guy wants to do, a lot of black women want to go the opposite way.
Right.
That's on that independent shit.
Exactly. And that would be back to the point of talking about why do men cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to get off subject.
No. That's
kind of where a lot of that stems from.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. Let's come back and let's talk about why men cheat.
Okay.
And women definitely not going to be upset about that. They're going to be upset about that. But I think it's like 10 reasons why men cheat. So let's take a break. Let's come back and let's talk about that. Diamond K and Tigger.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll be back right after this.